Have you ever wondered why Tesla, America's flagship EV pioneer, is quietly stepping back from its own home turf? In the second quarter of 2025, Tesla did something unexpected. Instead of doubling down on its American expansion, it discreetly hit pause. No layoffs, no press releases, just a sharp shift, away from building bigger in the US and toward betting more on foreign markets. Elon Musk did not mince words in May. He resigned from his federal advisor post. The timing was telling. His exit came right after stalled federal tech policy talks and growing pressure inside Tesla to shield itself from what insiders now call regulatory whiplash. Meanwhile, the Department of Energy adjusted its clean energy loan program. Funding for battery storage and renewable projects, including Tesla-linked ones, faced fresh delays. Each of these moves alone would hardly make a headline. But together, they reveal a clear signal. Tesla no longer counts on US policy stability to shape its future.
This retreat is not just about what's paused. It's also about where Tesla is moving instead. Throughout 2025, Tesla ramped up its manufacturing push in Mexico and India. Mexico provides supply chain perks and closeness to the American market, minus the domestic policy headaches. India, with its massive consumer base and growing EV infrastructure, is simply too big for Tesla to ignore. Back in the US, policy changes created fresh headaches. Mid-2025, the federal government reshaped EV incentives again. New rules and subsidy caps threw Tesla's domestic pricing and production plans into uncertainty. To stay competitive, Tesla had to rethink its strategies fast. At its core, Tesla's pivot reveals a harsh truth. It is redrawing its global footprint around predictable regulations and clearer markets, areas where the US is currently falling short. While American expansion slows, Tesla is locking in fresh leverage overseas. In Q2 2025, the company signed new sourcing deals with South Korean battery suppliers and Japanese chip makers, quietly sidestepping the risks of volatile US-China trade tension. These are not flashy partnerships for headlines. They are strategic moves that lower Tesla's exposure to unstable US policies and secure rare components without getting entangled in geopolitical spats. Technologically, Tesla's 2025 launch of its upgraded Megapack systems marks a leap in storage density and grid responsiveness. But who got these first? Not US customers. European and Southeast Asian energy clients did. As Washington piles on new clean tech compliance layers, Tesla is instead hitting its own sustainability goals far from US soil. Carbon-neutral supply chains, closed-loop battery recycling, and localized power sourcing, all operational in India, Germany, and Singapore. Tesla is not waiting for US lawmakers to catch up. It is moving where it feels genuinely welcomed. In April 2025, Tesla quietly restarted semi-truck production in Nevada. Hiring resumed, equipment arrived, and legacy promises were kept. But here's the catch. No new US factory was announced this year. No fresh state deals, no land bought, no permits filed since 2023. Tesla's only confirmed US activity so far is fulfilling old obligations, not planting new roots. In public filings and on investor calls, Tesla has offered no future US factory timeline. That silence is intentional. In May 2025, Tesla confirmed a long-awaited market entry: India. New Delhi cleared the brand to import EVs under a temporary duty cut meant to attract global giants. Showrooms are opening in Mumbai and Delhi. But read the fine print. Tesla will not manufacture in India. There's no factory deal, no land purchase, no signed plan for local production. Talks about local assembly started back in 2021. 4 years later, nothing resolved. Tesla wants access, not entanglement. It wants markets without fixed risks, no deep capital ties, no technology transfers, no immovable commitments.
It's a pattern. Enter new regions, avoid locking in too much, and stay flexible. In Q2 2025, U.S. lawmakers advanced tweaks to the federal EV tax credit. If these pass, the $7,500 consumer credit could phase out for companies producing above certain volumes. Guess who hits the cap first? Tesla. Tesla has already maxed out older credits that newcomers still use to lower prices. Meanwhile, the Inflation Reduction Act's stricter supply chain rules tighten the screws. Any EV with battery components sourced from flagged regions, like China, may soon lose eligibility. This means Tesla is penalized both ways. Too big for fresh credits, too globally connected for full compliance. The response? Silence. No new U.S. investments announced. No big fight in Washington. Just quiet adaptation and shifting capital abroad. In the first half of 2025, Tesla expanded production, but not at home. Shanghai hit record output in Q1. Berlin's Gigafactory added new lines. In Canada, Tesla discreetly filed for an expansion near its Ontario battery plant. Inside the US, nothing new. Nevada's semi-ramp-up is simply finishing old business. Musk has not spelled this out directly, but Tesla's actions speak volumes. Global diversification is now the top priority. The US is just another region, not the main stage. As tax rules and federal oversight grow more unpredictable, Tesla is hedging its bets globally. Risk is spread out, not reinvested at home. This year, Tesla has restructured its supply chain to cut reliance on volatile U.S. materials and manufacturers. Internal documents show a clear uptick in sourcing from Southeast Asia and Europe, especially for batteries. This aligns perfectly with the Inflation Reduction Act's tightening rules. Fewer ties to restricted regions means fewer tax headaches. But it also signals fading confidence in steady U.S. supply partnerships. While other automakers double down on domestic sourcing to grab incentives, Tesla quietly shifts procurement globally, preferring flexibility over loyalty to American industrial policy. Meanwhile, labor relations inside the U.S. remain rocky. Unionization pushes at multiple facilities have picked up steam in 2025, with the National Labor Relations Board monitoring fresh complaints and elections. Tesla's public messaging keeps highlighting automation and technology, not bigger payrolls. It is clear the company wants fewer labor battles, not more. Stack that on top of shifting environmental reviews, local zoning hurdles, and changing tax structures, and the American landscape looks even riskier for new factories. This caution explains why Tesla is accelerating in BRICS nations. Brazil is seeing more Tesla imports and early local partnership talks. Russia and South Africa show rising EV interest. And as noted, India is open but on Tesla's cautious terms. The pattern is unmistakable. Chase stable rules, clear incentives, and faster growth abroad. In 2025, Elon Musk's presence in U.S. policy circles has faded. No big visits to D.C., no new meetings with the Department of Energy, no fresh appearances at congressional tech hearings. A sharp contrast to earlier years when Musk actively shaped EV policy, lobbied for credits, and negotiated subsidies. Now, silence. And that silence is strategic. Tesla no longer wants to shape the domestic environment. It is preparing to succeed independently of it. As of June 2025, there is no timeline for any new U.S. Gigafactory. No announcements, no bidding wars between states, no new hires for fresh plants. That silence is the message. It's not a pause, it's a pivot. While politicians argue over credits and trade policy, Tesla has already moved. Its money and momentum are flowing elsewhere. If Tesla no longer trusts U.S. stability, the bigger question is, who does? Drop your thoughts below. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.